Well, it's 85 degrees and humid as all get out, but as you can see, it's not dark yet, and I think it's the perfect time to work on the car. Still Friday. Just got done with that transmission mount, and look what showed up on the FedEx truck. My parts. I got everything except for the wheel bearing, so what I think I'm going to do right now is replace the shocks, which are right here, the rear pads, which are one of them two boxes there, and I'm going to go ahead and take, I believe it's this wheel, or this tire right here has a slow leak, so I'm going to take it off, cover it in soapy water. I'm betting it's in the rim somewhere, would be my guess, but I'm going to see if I can find that too. But first things first, I guess I'll give you a little demonstration of what my car does, if you haven't seen it already, which if you watch my videos you probably have, but put you near the wheel there. And it just keeps going like that. So we need to replace some shocks for sure. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and take the rear wheels off. I got it jacked up, as you can see. Now, if you're just doing shocks, you don't need to take the rear wheels off, but since I'm doing the brakes as well, I figured I'd go ahead and jack it up and take them off. Plus, it'll give you a little better view of the shock. So, but as you can see, that's the wheel that's locking up. I'm hoping I put a couple of pads in there to push that piston back, and it won't drag, but we'll find out. So I'm going to go ahead and get these off and get started. Alright, I've gone ahead and I've got you facing the bottom of the shock here. This is shock, and we're going to take it out. I've got the wheel off. You don't really need to do that. It does make it a little bit easier to get in here. You don't have to lay on your back and take these bolts out, but it's not necessary to take it off. So what I'm going to do is I got a 10mm socket, and I'm just going to see if these will come out. Now, there's no nut on the top. What they have is a little clip, and sometimes these clips do break. So I mean, that's just a fact of life, the way it is. So be mindful of that. That does happen. Sometimes you can wedge a screwdriver in here to stop this, or grab onto it with the pliers and get it out. But I had good luck with this one, and it looks like it's going to come out without breaking. And yep, a little more. And for whatever reason, it doesn't come with new clips and bolts, at least not on the bottom. It comes with the new nut and washers for the top though, so we'll use those, but we have to save these bolts. Alright, now once I get this bolt out, the bottom of the shock will be loose. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and take that airline off. And all that is a little clip. Alright, now what this little airline consists of is this little airline, which just pushes on here. And what holds it in is this little clip. I figured I'd take it off to give you a better shot. There we go. And it sits on the outside of this. And what you got to do to get it off is squeeze that part with a pair of pliers, and that will open up this side, and you can slide it back on the hose and then take it off. And then when you get that, this just pulls off. It might be a little rusty like this one was, but you'll be able to get it off. Now that that's off of there, we're going to go ahead and open the trunk and take the top of the shock off. Alright, well, I don't know how good of a shot you've got in here, but I pulled this little bit of carpeting back, and now I'm going to pull this cap off. Sorry if I'm bumping you a little bit, you're in my way, but we got that cap off. You'll see there are 2 bolts either side, and then this 1 bolt in the middle. The one we want is the bolt in the middle, and I believe that's a 13, if I remember right. But I'm going to go grab my sockets, and we're going to see, and then we'll go ahead and take that off, and the shock will drop right out. Well, not only did I lie to you, that bolt here is actually a 15, not a 13. I had that a little bit backwards, but also I kind of did this a bit backwards. You should take this nut off first so your shock doesn't spin, and then take the bottom ones off. But you know, it's Friday, I'm kind of tired, but that's how you would do it. It makes it a lot easier. So now that I've got that out, I should be able to pull a shock out. There we go. Give it a little tug, and now I'm going to go get the new shock and put it up in there, and we'll be good to go. Alright, well, here are our old shock and our new shock, and we're going to go ahead and transfer a few things. There's 2 washers and a nut on this old shock, but we get a new one on this one, so we're going to put them in the way they came off. That goes on the bottom like that. And then when we put it in there, we're going to put this one on the top, and then the nut on it. We're also going to put these little clips through there, and then we just throw it in. Alright, I've got the top of the shock in. I've got that bolt loosely installed. And for these air ride ones, you want to make sure that the airline fitting is in the right direction, facing backwards where the line is. And also, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's an angle to these this little place where it bolts in at the bottom here. And the other shock, which I didn't bother to look at, has the airline right there, and then the bottom is angled at a different angle. So there appears to be a right and a left. I suppose it'd still work if you did it backwards, but this is probably the way to go. I wasn't paying attention when I put it in, so I had to take it back out. At least I didn't have anything bolted down. I just had it sitting in here. But now that it's in here, I can go ahead and put those clips back in, and then just push it down until it rests in there, and put the bolts back in, hook the airline up, and in my case I will have to put the fuse back in for the air compressor, so that runs again, and we'll see how she works. Well, here we are, all done. I'll show you what it does now. Let's see if I can get a good angle for you. Ooh, not on there. There we go. There, we'll see how it bounces now. Oh, that's the way it should stop. Now I don't have the compressor plugged in yet. The fuse is still out of it, but for now we'll go for a test drive up to the liquor store, because it's just too freaking hot to do anything out here sober. Well, I just took it for a test drive, and it's a million times better. Matter of fact, now I'm noticing the fronts are a little bit worn, but not enough for me to replace them. So that's all done. Oh, and a little edit on my video. All that crap about the right and left, yeah, that was baloney. I put the other side in, and it was facing the wrong way. So yeah, there's not a right and a left. It's just they go whatever way they want. At least on this one, the ones I got. But all done for that. I'm going to do the brakes tomorrow, and if I get my parts, I'll do all the front end stuff tomorrow too. So you're going to get a whole bunch of videos, I think.